This quilt is the inspiration for this drawing. Let's see how it all came together. I made that quilt and was thinking about how I'm often inspired by other forms of art when I'm working on a quilt, and so I wanted to turn it around and see if I could draw something that was inspired from a quilt, and that's the quilt I chose to do. Now, initially when I started, I was thinking I would do this freestyle and not use a compass and measure my circles and stuff, but that was ended up becoming too messy. So I did go back and use my compass and get some good circles. So the things that I pulled from that quilt are the concept of overlapping circles and lots of triangles. The way those blocks, those are called New York Beauty blocks in that quilt, and pointed triangles is one of the features of it. So I wanted to make sure I emphasize that in my drawing. Each one a little bit different. Sometimes there's one set of triangles, sometimes there's two. Now, I didn't imitate the color palette, and that's mostly because I didn't have enough pens in all the right colors. So I used what I got. I used my set of metallic gel pens here. So we've got some silver gold, purple, green, and blue. But I think they combine really well together, and even though the color palette is a bit different than the original quilt, it's still a great inspiration piece. What we're doing here first is building out a framework. We're kind of setting the circles, setting the triangles, and then the magic's going to happen once we get this framework built, and we're going to make each one of those circles beautiful in and of itself with a lot more detail work, a lot more color. Here we go. We're going to start with one and we're going to work our way. One thing I'm trying to get better about is working from, I'm right-handed, so the top left to the lower right. I've had several times in recent drawings where my hand has drug across something that wasn't quite dry and messed it up. So we're trying to get better about being aware of that and being careful, and actually trying to learn how to keep my hand up off the page a little more while we're at it. While I did plan the basic framework of this, where the circles were going to go and the kinds of triangles that would be within each one, I did not plan any of the details that go in these each of these circles. So it was really fun to kind of be spontaneous about it and just decide on the fly what I thought would work and what would be fun to draw. So you can see the color really picks up once these circles are filled in. It's bright, it's a dense design, it looks great on the dark background. I was really happy with the way that turned out. Now, YouTube thinks you'd like the video there on the left, and I'd recommend the playlist here on the right. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me for today's video. It's a beautiful, bright drawing inspired by a quilt. And it'd be great too if you'd subscribe to my channel. I do a couple of art videos every week. Thank you so much.